Welcome everybody! This is Enablers Junction, episode 4. I'm Jen. Holy cow, my hair is crazy. I don't know if I'm going to include this. Hello! Welcome to episode 4 of Enablers Junction. I'm Jen. I am Smalltownstyle on Ravelry and Smalltownstyle Smalltown_style on Instagram. So, let's see. This has been a very busy week, an exciting week. I love the beginning of the month. My husband is a salesman, so end of month is always super stressful, but the beginning of the month, it's very much okay, we've got new things going, we set some goals. What else? I knocked out his newsletter yesterday. Yeah. A lot of stuff has been happening in the dying side of things. DYE, dying, not the other one. Yeah, so I've got a lot to cover, kind of, so I'm going to try and go really quickly through some things. So let's see, I don't have any finished objects this week. There was a lot, and I was working on my cardigan, so I'm not going to show that because too much showing of that and not enough. So let's see, last week I showed you my very, very small cast on of my talisman shawl, which is currently living in my So Much Yarn, So Little Time bag, which is true. I mean, come on. So I'm using my steady hand needle holder because, let's face it, kids are just mean and knock knitting off. I have made a good amount of progress. My mom has made more. I think I am, 10 rows behind her? But this is where I was last time. When I last podcast, that was where I was at. I'm using the Sucre cinnamon roll. So this is yarn that I dyed myself, that I'd cast on. And it's kind of amazing to see how it's knitting up, to be honest, just because of how I dyed it. It's just kind of amazing. I'm loving that there's striping, like there's sections of just stripes, and it's beautiful. And then there are the bigger stripes with the pooling. Oh, so it's basically taking on kind of a combination of different types of yarns. So like where you have the striping yarns, and then you have the pooling yarns, and you never know when you're knitting it up how it's gonna look. So I'm absolutely loving this. It's a fun knit. It's pretty easy. I mean, I've got the pattern memorized. And one thing I love about her patterns is it goes row by row. I did have to fix my mom's yesterday. She basically, she was showing me, she's like, oh no, I think I messed up. And she had the purl side on the knit side. So it was like that. And I was like, you're gonna have to take it out. It was 4 rows. So then I ended up helping her fix it after she had taken out, she took out 3.5 rows. So I ended up fixing part of it. So half of it I continued to take out, and then I went back and I purled that row to fix, because she dropped some stitches. So I fixed that. It's just easier. Thankfully, one of the pattern rows, it was far enough down that only one stitch that was from that kind of got lost. But I ended up fixing that for her too. And I'm working on teaching her these things, but I feel like when you have to take it out, it's just kind of you gotta do it. Share with me though if you have any fun experiences with that. I know my mom normally would just take everything out. She would just start over from the beginning, or she may not even start over because she may be so frustrated. So the fact that I could tell that when we were talking, that I was like, you know what, just stick the needles on the live stitches, I'll fix it. And it really wasn't as bad as I thought. The picture she sent, it looked worse than it was, so it wasn't that bad. So if you have any suggestions on how to kind of help her with fixing things, that'd be awesome if you could leave them in the comments. Otherwise, I may be helping fix things a lot, and I know it's easier because until you kind of get the hang of it, it's kind of tough, but I only know of, you kind of got to do it to get more comfortable with it. I'm not sure. So let me know. I need some water. My throat's a little dry. Sorry guys. Alright, so next up I have, there we go. I'll be right there. Next up, I've got my husband's Seahawk Socks, and we have heels. Both of them, 2 of them. That's it. There's a lot of knitting. He likes longer socks. And I've got pretty much probably a little bit more of that to knit for the foot and then the toe. But I think I can have them done by Christmas. So, I'm glad I did a vanilla sock though. I will say that. Very glad. Very, very glad. Okay, and I have currently Cast-on-itis. Cast on all the things. I cast on, and I haven't gotten far because I have so much on the needles. This is for the 3-color cashmere cowl. I don't remember if I showed what colors I was using. I might have, I don't know. But these are the 3 colors that I'm using. This is the first color, the middle is the second, and then this is the third. So from the pictures it looks like I am, this will be like the big colored section, and then these 2 will be the smaller ones. So yeah, that is all I have for my works in progress. I'm very excited that I own, well, obviously I have more, I should say that, but that I've been working on this week. That's all I have. And the 3-color cashmere cowl is currently in my Paris project bag that my mom got me. All right. Do I have any spinners out there? Anybody? So as I've mentioned before, I also spin yarn. I got a spinning wheel back in July, but it was a birthday present. My birthday's in June. But I got one and I really enjoyed it, although I have to say, I kind of went on like a spinning, I gotta spin it all, and then I almost want to say it's the spinning project I'm doing that is the cause of this, and I don't know why. I really want the yarn from it, so I honestly don't have a clue as to why it's taking me this long. But this I've been working on forever. I am about halfway through the 2nd single, and I have had no motivation to spin. I did spin a little bit a couple days ago. Was it yesterday? No, not yesterday. It's been a couple days ago. So I did spin a little. I was trying to finish, oh, you know what, I'm not even halfway through the 2nd single. I was trying to finish that little section because then I would be halfway, but I didn't, so I don't know. I don't know why I haven't done it, but I haven't. So it is what it is. You know, I've been feeling like knitting, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I've been very much on the, oh, I gotta knit, I gotta knit. So I probably just have some really good projects going that I would rather work on. And I have so much yarn. All of it. Okay, so my spinning project that I'm working on is this. Now what's shown right now is Gummy Bear from Atomic Blue Fiber. I'm actually doing a fractal spin. So it is paired with, is it Ocean Storm? Created by LCB. It's a storm one. I can't remember. It has grays and dark blue and white. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Which is what makes the not spinning this so hard, because then I'm like, oh, but I want to, but I want to knit all the things. I don't know, but then I will probably go back into, I gotta spin. Actually, once I finish the second single, I have to switch to another spinning project that I need to have done for Christmas. So yeah. But that is what I'm working on. I have other fibers that I have plans for. I think, depending on how much I have of this though, I think it's going to become, I want to say it's going to become a sweater. That was a plan when I started, but I'm not sure if it'll be itchy. I have sensitive skin. Normally I can't wear wool because I get itchy. It's not bad, so I'm kind of trying to work up a tolerance to it. And I think a sweater would be okay. I think. Because obviously I would wear something else and my arms don't get too bad. It's just like this area that is a little bit worse. So I think a cardigan would be good. I have the, what is it, the Pure Romance? That might not be right. By Joji Locatelli, that I was considering using once this is done. Using that for, but it depends. I'm not sure how much I will end up having, but it is a very, I have very thin singles, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, what do we have next? Of course, it's time for Enablers Junction. Yeah, I know. It's never gonna get better. But it's time for Enablers Junction. So, first up, we have my first segment of Enablers Junction, which I will insert now. Alright guys, for this week's first part of Enablers Junction, I am going to be taking a different route. I am gearing this more towards other makers, and you know, if you're the kind of person who likes your Instagram to look cohesive, maybe you want to build followers, this isn't a bad idea either, or a bad route for you to go. So a little backstory on this is I had it, let's see, it was raining pretty much non-stop this whole last week, and I realized that I was going to need to be doing photographs. I dyed up some fiber, which you'll see later, and some yarn, and I realized I needed to be able to take pictures for the site. However, where I was normally taking pictures is outside on my picnic table, and at the time it was pouring rain and the table was soaked. Obviously I was not going to put my yarns or fibers out there because then I would just have to dry them again. So I got the idea to use a backdrop. So I started searching for mini backdrops. I found one that was out of Denmark, and it looked like they had some gorgeous ones, but unfortunately the cost of shipping was ridiculous. It was basically the same price as shipping or as buying another backdrop, and I couldn't do that. So I ended up looking around Etsy, and I found Peak Prints. From my understanding, they're a husband and wife team. I believe one of them is an artist and actually paints some of the backdrops. I'm not sure, they may do all of them somehow, I'm not too sure. But what I did was I was looking for the wood floors, and I only need 2 by 2 feet by 2 feet. So I go lowest price since the bigger ones are gonna cost more. And I was doing this through all of the different shops I was finding on Etsy, which is how I discovered what to look for. So I would just kind of look through them, and I ended up choosing a couple different ones, which is good because when I was first looking at the one shop out of Denmark that I was looking at, I was only going to purchase one. And now I have 2 on the way. I ordered 2. So that way, because I wanted one for my personal Instagram so that I could showcase my knitting and it would have a better backdrop than, say, I don't know, the couch or whatever else I've got kind of lying around. I wanted to give it a more cohesive look. And I also, of course it's not going to show. I had a minor mind block for a second. I was thinking, I'm not finding the purchases that I made. But that's because there was probably just one available. I looked at this one, the gray layered planks, and they have some, a lot of these are, I would have ordered more, but I honestly don't need more than the 2 I ordered. But there were, I kind of wished I was a photographer, to be honest. So any photographers out there, for your day job, if there's any photographers, they seem to have some really great backdrops. But for what I'm going for, and for the makers out there, we like. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Go back. That's not what I wanted. Oh, I also didn't say these are all vinyl backdrops, which are good because then, if you spill something, say you want to put your teacup and have it filled with tea so that it actually isn't just an empty teacup, especially if you're taking a photo above. I'm looking. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. That's what I looked at. Okay, so I pulled up product sampling size because when I was looking, because it's the 2 feet by 2 feet, and there are so many options. Oh, that one's pretty. So obviously, if you're a maker, I would definitely check out Peak Prints. They have good pricing. Shipping obviously is going to be a little bit more than, it's not going to be like $3 because the type of thing you're having shipped, because they're vinyl. So they stand up. The other company I was looking at had paper or vinyl options, and I knew I had to go with a vinyl option because I have 2 kids and then knowing myself, somehow it would get ruined, and it just seemed kind of wasteful to do that. So, peak prints, they have some great backdrop options if you want a more cohesive look for your Instagram, or for your business. If you have a business and you're looking to go that route, these are great options, using a backdrop, because then you can just throw them down, put your, just position your product or whatever, your props that you're going to be, I can't even talk today. All right, we're back. It's the other side. And we are discussing a project bag maker, the Ever Lovely, the Steady Hand Shop. And I have a lot of her bags. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little ridiculous, but I don't have enough project bags. This is what I've discovered. I do not have enough. I told my mom, I was like, I need more project bags. I just don't have enough. So Christmas is coming, which is good. And I am going to share with you all the many project bags that April has to offer, because y'all need to know about it. So, first up, oh my arm. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I got a flu shot. Side note, I know, flu shot. And I'm really fine with shots. Like, the needle, none of that bothers me. But oh my gosh, it hurts. Like, my arm just is so sore. Maybe it's just this year. I feel bad because my son had gotten shots on his birthday and he was complaining for days about his legs hurting. And I was like, you're fine, it's fine. And here I am like, oh my gosh, my arm hurts so bad. I feel terrible. It's terrible to even complain, like tell him that he needs to knock it off because everyone has to get shots. It's what you have to do and you have to put up with. But holy cow. So back to the Steady Hand. This is the large project bag. Very easy to carry. This one may even be reversible. Got good lining. It's currently holding my baby blanket that I never finished. I need to do that. I feel almost terrible. He's not gonna know. Except I have a lot done, so not finishing it is kind of sad. I'm over halfway and I haven't finished it. That's really bad though, because it's only halfway. Yeah, so that's the large. It's a good size for a blanket. Baby blanket. Baby blanket. Do not get mad at me because it's not the right size for a full-size blanket. All right, and then we have, this is the medium size. And I really like these because of the handle. It's easy to, you know, you just throw it on your wrist. I think I've said before, I took the small one and walked around and I was knitting, and I had the yarn, which is good. I think it's good. So this is a medium size. So in comparison, this would make a lot more sense if they weren't full. There we go. So there's a good size difference. I wasn't sure when I was ordering them how the size difference would be. And then my very messy small, which is thanks to the Miss Candace. Was it Christmas? I don't remember, but she ordered me one and I love it. It reminds me of yarn. So this is a small size. This is, I feel like it's perfect for socks, even though, ignore the fact that it's a mess. I'm sorry, I'm just pretty much a mess at this point. Okay, so small size compared to the medium. And then throw the big one there. Yeah. So 3 sizes of these. And then she also, I forgot one. Hold that thought. All right, I'm back. It's not good when you forget. And it was in here the whole time. I went out looking, but it was next to me, essentially. Like, if I would have stood up and looked, it would have been right there. So, oh, side note, who doesn't love this knitting top? I think I need I need more. I need more. In different colors. Probably not, but if they had certain colors, I would do it. But, okay. So, April, steady hand. Ooh, take a look. Oh, glare. Glare, 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 glare. This is kind of awkward. I'm sorry. There we go. Steady hand. She has a few different tags, I think. Because she doesn't have her tags on this one. And just this. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I don't remember. What kind of fan am I? Jeez. Oh wait, there it is. I'm sorry. I'm not though, because it's just the way I am. Okay, I missed the tag. This is the tag. Isn't it cute? I think it's cute. I think it's awesome. Okay, so large zippered. Large zippered. It's kind of a wedge, I guess. I don't know what the difference between those are, but that's what I would think that would be called. They're well made bags. I use these for my fiber. Ooh. I have them numbered, just so you know. This is the Storm one that I can't think of the name. It's something Storm. I want to say it's Ocean Storm, but I'm not sure. I will maybe post what it is. Editing Jen. Try and remember that. Figure that out. Put it in there. Okay. Oh yeah, she has this tag too. Okay, so depending on when the bags are made, they may have different tags. This is not showing up. Kinda. Yeah. Let's get it. I love this bag. Love this one. Yeah, I think it's my favorite. Oh, but this one's pretty good too. My mom has this one too, but with a red zipper. It's her favorite. But I had gotten this because I was a fan of arrows. Okay. Sorry, I totally got off topic. I need some water. Refocus. Okay. Oops. So, large project bag. She also has a small small pouch. I wouldn't say project bag. Really shouldn't put knitting projects. I use it as notions pouch. It's my big notions pouch. I should say that. So this will fit in the large project bags and the medium. Though the medium, it's kind of, I mean, it fits depending on what your project is. So when your project gets bigger, yeah, it doesn't fit. And then this adorable little thing. I love this. I need another one. I have my eye on, oh, it's the diamondy one. Note to self. Tell mom, add that to my Christmas list. You have to have a Christmas list. I'm sorry. Even as an adult, if you want to get what you want, it's very important. Okay. So the small notions pouch. Did I have another one? Oh, just this one. I loved this fabric. It's the same as the medium project bag, but I love this fabric so much. I was like, I was like, I have to have it. So I know this doesn't really, it kind of doesn't really work since these two I use as Notion pouches, but size difference between the large, the small, and then the Notions pouch. Actually, this fabric is pretty too. Why can't that be a project bag? It might be. I don't know. I should probably look, but I haven't looked. Well, no, that's a total lie. I'm not trying to lie to you, I promise. I just forgot. I think there's the Notion, these ones, the Notion pouches in this print. Maybe. I don't know. Or it's the needle holders. I don't know. Oh. And who can forget? These are great. I have, the inside is awesome. I don't know if she has these ones anymore. I think they might have sold out because I know we got 2 of them, and there were, when I got them, there were 4 total, and they may be gone, but it's got butterflies. I love them. I have 2 others. You saw the one on my talisman shawl. There's another one upstairs in my room. I like to put my needles on in the needle holder before bed because I'll knit before bed. So I'll shove them in there so that I don't lose anything. That's it. I think. Yeah, that's it. So, recap, Steady Hand, project bags. You can find her on Instagram. I'll post the links. I'll probably link it in the show notes for the Etsy shop. Great bags. Can never have too many. It's true. All right. All right, now we are, sorry, shaking. Now we are back for what's in the dye pots. Oh, that smells good. Okay, we'll wash, so you know. All right, so, wow, that is green. I love it. So, I had a request for some green and purple yarn. Now, I'm waiting still, patiently, not patiently, kind of patiently, I'd say kind of patiently, for all the yarn that I ordered. Okay, so when I say all the yarn, I think I have 45 skeins of yarn that I'm waiting on. And I am down to 1. Not this one, but I'm down to 1 more of these to dye. I have nothing else to dye. So after that one, and if I don't get those, I'm not going to be happy. Partially my fault. Waiting for the merino cashmere nylon base to not be sold out. I'm going to email them and find out because it was supposed to be the end of October and I haven't seen an update. I haven't heard anything, so I'm gonna reach out. But that's a side note. So in the dye pots, I had decided, oh, I'm gonna play around and see what I can kind of get. So this is showing up a little more purpley, I'd say. Yeah. It's good. It kind of comes across as blue, but it on the camera it's showing purple. I mean it is purple. It's very purple. You can tell it's purple, but I think more of a, it's the fact that it's got more blue undertones. And I was kind of thinking in my mind more red undertones. So I'll have to kind of play around with the dyes. But this green is kind of washed out a little bit. Maybe it'll be okay, because I know no, I don't know, maybe it'll be okay. When I was editing the yellow for my Hello Sweetie socks, that actually was coming, the color was fine. So it may be okay, but it kind of looks a little washed out here. So hopefully, editing Jen, hopefully it's fine. Okay. So this one doesn't have a name yet. It will make it to the shop. I haven't decided when I'm going to update it. If you follow my Instagram, it's The Perfect Stitch Fiber Co. Fiber, F-I-B-R-E. For those who, yeah. Jeez. It's gonna drive me nuts. Wait for it. No, it's just, so it also has, I did a little bit of like a lilac on part of the white, and then it's got ends in white. Oh, I also have, I guess I did forget that. There's also some of the lighter green that it just doesn't look like it's showing up very well. But it's not a lot of it, it's just a little. I just kind of wanted, I just wanted a little bit of some dimension to it. So I added some of the lighter tones. So I'm excited for this one though. It's so bright. This would make, I think this would make an awesome hat. Or mitts. I think it'd be awesome. Yeah, so I have to take pictures. Actually, I have to take pictures for all of these, so we'll see. I originally had anticipated having these done and posted today, but I don't know if that's gonna happen, so we'll have to kind of see. All right, now, where are my spinning friends at? Because you're gonna want to see this. So if you don't buy yarn because you like to make yarn, I'm with you. I get it. I do. I like to buy fiber too. Honestly, I do. But you have to see these. Oh my gosh. I don't want to sell these. I'm going to say that right now. I don't want to sell these because these are amazing. They have slight defects. It's not going to affect the spinning, like the actual spinning, but they're slight defects, so these will be priced a little lower than I normally would. Obviously, since it's fiber, when I was dyeing it, I did a cool dye. I did a really cool dyeing technique that I plan on doing all the time. But the tools I was using, I was using tongs, and I think I need to do a spoon. So I'm gonna look into a spoon so that I'm not gonna, like that. And when I say a defect, I mean like the end is the only thing that has a defect. So for the most part, in defect, it wouldn't affect the spinning at all. So I say defect, but it's not really. It's just a little bit more messy. But oh my gosh, I did this one first, and then I had to dye all my fiber, which kind of sucks because I had originally planned on dyeing some for me when I bought it, and then I was like, I have to sell it. I can't not, because this needs to go out into the world. This is the second one that I did. It has purples, pinks, and black. This is on Panda. So the black is like on the outer side, so, but then it's weaseled its way into the inside also. So this is what I mean by messy. It's messy. Again, wouldn't affect the spinning. It's spinning. It wouldn't affect it at all. Alright. What should I do next? I don't know, but we're going to show this one. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm not kidding when I say that these are amazing. I just want to spin them. I really don't want any of these to go in the shop, but probably should, because I can dye it again. These will be regular colorways. They don't have names yet. I haven't done the pictures. I will get those done today. I think if the weather holds up. The weather was really good yesterday, but I was so busy. I had no time. I barely knit yesterday, to be honest. So, okay, so I'm not sure when I did that one, but I also have this one. These are interchangeable, so this may have been dyed third and that one fourth, or reverse it. I don't know. Oh, I thought that was on. Okay, so this one. It's got some teal, some turquoise, blues, purple, and pink. One thing I learned, excuse me, one thing I learned, the purple that I mixed up, I made this interesting purpley pink. It broke. I didn't realize that was going to happen, but it broke. And I'll go into more detail about that in a bit. Okay, I have this braid. Now this is Peruvian wool. I called it blue steel. It's kind of coarse. It's a coarse. I like the soft and fluffy ones. So this is more coarse. Yeah, so it's not as fluffy, but I actually am looking forward to doing this on the bamboo. I do plan, so I plan on carrying bamboo fibers or panda fiber in my shop regularly. I haven't determined other bases that I'm going to carry, mostly just because I really like how the panda looks, and I like how it spins up. This is a panda one, so it's kind of got a sheen to it. I gotta hurry. Okay, quickly. This is a merino. I don't remember some merino nylon. My bad. Okay, this is my fall colorway. Fall colorway? I just decided fall. I've got some yellows, oranges, Aztec gold. I used Aztec gold. Red, brown, chestnutty color in this one, which is very pretty. I just like the different colors. It just kind of, it spoke to me. And I was winging it. I just kind of threw dye and hoped for the best. But I think it turned out really good. And I matched. Can I just wear a scarf? A fiber? Maybe. I don't know. might be actually a really pretty scarf. So, I need to figure out what this is. And I believe it'll make it to the shop. I think. Okay. Now. Okay, so you try and juggle. Ooh. But I have to hurry, so I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, no. Okay. So, how I found out that the purpley pink that I mixed up broke is thanks to these. So these are Merino Angora? I want to say that. There's Angora in it. So I had decided I wanted some ultraviolet skeins. These are 50-gram skeins. And I decided that's what I wanted to do. I threw the dye in and mixed it up, and then I put these in. I heated it up. I heated the pot up. I was kind of mixing it around, and I realized all of the purple dye was in the yarn. None of the pink. The pink was still in the water. So clearly it didn't mix well, and it clearly broke. Which also, certain black dyes will break also. So, lesson learned. If you're doing this, you gotta find another way to do it. I didn't get the color I wanted. That, I think, is pretty close. There's obviously kind of different colors about it. This one has it more so. Obviously, a solid is going to be more tonal. This one is more tonal than the other. I don't know. They're probably about the same. Yeah. I mean, it's not that I don't like it, so I'm not saying that. It's not that I don't like it. It just didn't turn out the way I envisioned. And when it comes to dyeing, that's generally how it works. All right. So that is all I have for you today. I was really trying to keep it a little bit shorter this time around because last week's went way long, and it took me 2 days to edit and finally get it uploaded. The uploading took forever. It was just kind of a pain. So, till next time, happy knitting.